record.
Catcha'Vibe.
Get the mic on the baby.
Indemnity is stowed upon me for these beats I injure. Break it down with the vibe from the 5, my nigga. Part 2 is what I'm giving you. Yeah, her, him, you, and you. Mr. Keep It True in the slim fit khaki suit. Hanging out the window with a car, yelling whoop. With my troops smoking good gas, nigga. No, sir.
What it do, y'all? Welcome to Catcha'Vibe. This your boy A1 from Day One Dude, and I'm here chilling with K2 Medley. What it do, my guy? I've been fucking with your music and rocking with you for a long time, cuz I like to be a little organized, so shit, we're gonna go to the phone and kick off some of these questions, man. First off, man, I wanna ask you, man, what inspired you to say, I wanna be an artist, man? Like, what was that first moment you said, man, I'm finna pick up a mic, I'm gonna do it. Like, you ain't spend no money on no studio, you ain't wrote no song, we ain't did none of that. We're like, man, I'm finna do this.
Shit, really, all the niggas around me was rapping, you know what I'm saying? All my homies and shit, and I was just making beats for them. So after a while, it's like, it got to the point where it's like, shit, I can do this shit. And I definitely, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm gonna kill this shit because I made the beat, I know how to ride that motherfucker.
Yeah, you melodic, the melodies, if you making melodies, you know the whole song. So I feel it, man, I feel it.
Catcha'Vibe.
What's your thoughts on the first time you heard your vocals coming back, like through a monitor, man? Like, what was that feeling?
We were tripping out laughing and shit, like, damn, this shit kinda hard, you know what I'm saying?
Alright, let's go.
Matter of fact, you know Tommy?
Who?
Tommy Escar.
Tommy Escar.
You know, his name really, we just call him Tommy. But shit, that's the studio I used to go to back then.
And you need to put me on Tommy. Is Tommy still exist?
Yeah, but he in Colorado.
Alright, that's cool, that's cool. That's different, that's different. I feel that.
Catcha'Vibe.
As long as you've been an artist, man, who would you say that pushed you the most? Like, who's been like motivated? You had to give a little love back. Who motivated you? Like, because I know I'm an artist also, so I know Miss Renee, who actually had done a Catcha'Vibe, like that's who kept pushing me. If it was a clip, she'd kick me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you better get your ass up and go do it. So I know. So I'm asking you, man, who pushed you, man?
Man, I'm gonna say, naturally I already had the drive to film it, and I was just moving how I was, but the homies, and then my girl at the time, she was pushing me like, hey, you need to drop this shit, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause we was always making shit, but we weren't dropping shit. And she didn't want to push me to like, really drop that shit.
Catcha'Vibe.
May I ask, what's the best artist or the artist that did the best job when you called them for a feature? Who does in your book, in your category, during your catalog, like who would you give that title to? Like give him a gold trophy. Like
It's
bro,
really two.
I take two. Put me on if I don't know him.
You already know Delvon, cause
It's very versatile.
like I could just give him the beat. He gonna come. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta worry about like let me hear it before we. Nah, you know what I'm saying?
Dale One got a tone and a bop the whole city can't touch. Like
Right.
it's so funny. Like his song, his vocals, they real distinct. Like you're not gonna find too many people that's flat like that, but it appeals to the ear.
I know exactly.
He real life appeal to the ear, like the song that I'm really speaking on is real shit. On some real shit. Like that song, that sound, like that's what I'm saying.
I like the beat.
It ain't like, but you know what though? He was in his prime doing this song. Like I feel like if I was there in the studio with him, he had a big old smile and he was in the studio. I don't think he stopped making that song. I don't think he stopped. Like we talk about recording a verse, I think he went through that whole verse. I think he went through the whole hook.
Yeah.
I think he went through the second verse and they'd be like, what'd you say? I missed the one part. Start over. Did the whole second verse again and then be like, all right, put the hook back. We done. Like I believe he went and killed it like that. Like that song. Like you could feel his spirit in that song. How
I'd
do
say
you?
my favorite take from that nigga though still Samples and Chardonnay Part 2.
I heard bits and pieces. I heard
Yeah.
bits and pieces of it.
Yeah.
Who the second person? That one was first. Yeah.
My brother Jay.
Jag. I heard a song too by Jag. Like just from 1993, I think. That was
On that song
Jag.
you was just playing.
Yeah, what I'm saying.
But he damn near on every tape, you know what I'm saying? But shit, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Really, every person that I get a feature with is consistent, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause
And
it's like that's why I picked them anyway, you know what I'm saying?
It ain't posted, but you know what though? That's the thing about doing features, man. You don't force a feature. Like you plug people into their spots that you're supposed to be in. Like I'm a big fan of Kanye, so I feel like he's the best artist to ever plug people into places. Even if they had 3 or 4 bars, you know, like they played this golden part through the whole 4 minutes of the song. Like,
Right.
So I feel, and I took that and I used that recipe, and I feel like every artist have their own recipe of who fit where. And I done heard sometimes people have stepped outside of who's supposed to be there, and it's a curveball. Like it's.
I'm gonna tell you the process. I go through when it comes
Please
to
help
shit.
me explain this moment because it's different.
Yeah,
Everybody
like-
have an opinion on this.
Let me see. Alright, the type of nigga I am, bro. It could be, I fuck with local niggas because it's like I feel your, you know what I'm saying? I feel where you
Yeah,
coming
we
from, and
from the
it's
same
still raw.
environment.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So, if I see a nigga from around the city, I see a little clip, let's just say you posted shit, you feel me? I'm gonna tap in with them, you know what I'm saying? And if they really like reaching back and all that shit, it's like I already done heard the song that I like that you done did where I can tell you can rap. So I'm like, all right, bet, I got some shit in the archives over here. Let me go through these beats real quick. I go through about probably 5 to 10 beats, and I be like, this the one right here. Or I got 2 or 3 of them bitches, and I send it off, you feel me? And I just work like that, but the thing is, you know what I'm saying, some niggas don't, you know what I'm saying?
Respond.
And all that extra
They
shit.
don't respond.
That separate us from
You
these
want
other
to charge too much and don't have a hit song, but I'm not judging nobody. I appreciate everybody for their artwork, but I feel like sometimes a lot of people move in the wrong direction. And the only reason why I'm gonna say that is because imagine if K2 Medley and, for example, somebody who will fit into that category.
Somebody already
Yes.
out. And then-
You know what? What if K2 Medley and Ariel J? Because I actually, you know, you and a female artist, you and a male singer, you know what I'm saying? We ended up talking about couple seconds. K2 Medley and Ariel J did a song. I don't know if you know her, but Homegirl got soul. Like, she can sing.
Real.
But my point being, like, if y'all did a song, like, but things that stop it, oh, you want to charge me $500. That's rent in Mississippi.
Facts.
That's rent. Like, how you gonna charge me my whole rent to do a feature? Like, bro, like, we trying to get out of here.
I'm gonna say some real shit about that shit. I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
exactly how I feel about it. Just from anybody,
You
bro.
ain't supposed to speak your truth.
You say what?
You supposed to
Oh,
speak
okay,
your
bet.
truth.
You know,
Be honest.
bro, honestly, I'm not gonna pay nobody for no feature, like, unless they motherfucking,
It's not guaranteed.
you know, unless you already established or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no disrespect to nobody art form or nothing, because I know niggas is cold. That's why I want to work with you, feel me? But if we both not on, we need to be helping each other get on, you feel what I'm saying?
If both
And-
of us sharing the same song at the same time, my people and your people, just
And people
between
be talking about money and shit. I feel like, bro, if you can, go get a job. You feel me? Like, let this shit be a hobby just for right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, a nigga get up and go to work every day. You feel me? That's how you gonna fund the shit. But it's like when you charging nigga $500, your clientele, you know what I'm saying, it's not gonna be like talking about you might have 1 or 2 people fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And it's like, man, I just feel like people gotta be more humble and shit.
And you know what though? I feel like we could take over the whole world if one person, one Instagram account, one Facebook account, it's at least 200
Mm-hmm.
that's with them. If I can get 10 people on the same boat with me, 200 times 10, that's 2,000. I can get 2,000 people to start following my music. Ain't no telling what I can do after that 2,000.
Right.
But
Shit
if
gonna
you
grow.
take 2 people that's doing it together, all those numbers double. They do extra. Like my fan base and your fan base. Now, if you done brought your fan base to me and I done brought my fan base to you, I might have a fan.
That's what it's about, bro. If you only had motherfucking, I'm gonna just say 500 followers or some shit, you know what I'm saying? And I got 500, nigga. Together, that's obviously 1,000. You feel me? And like, it ain't no guarantee everybody gonna love your shit if like it's a feature or vice versa. Like if you have me on the feature, somebody might not like my feature, but they rock with your song. You feel what I'm saying? So
they gonna play it. You might have a dope hook. You might have a dope hook, and they just like me and whatever it may be. And I feel like a lot of people miss out on the theory behind it because your ego. You gotta like. I feel like my city has to let the ego go. Like us as artists. Like if the whole city in turmoil, let us be the most, united ones in the whole city. Because if we get it together, like we can change it. Like at
that's
least
the only thing
something.
separating us from like places like Atlanta and LA and shit.
I don't even want you to bring them up right now. We not gonna bring them up because we gonna get to a point that we gonna excel over there. And it's like
Catcha'Vibe.
back with your boy A1 from Day One Duke, man. K2, man. What genre or era do you feel you gravitate to the most when you create music? Like creative process. First, let's rearrange it. What genre do you go to first? Like a genre of hip hop, you have alternative rap, trap rap. You got backpack rap. You got your intelligent rappers, flashy rappers. What genre or what you generate?
I guess it's like reality raps, cause like no matter if it's like some just turned up shit, like whether it's a deep song or not, it's gonna have a message in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know what genre, you know what I'm saying? You said like besides rap and hip hop type shit.
Yeah, it's just this what if you had to fit in the culture and everybody is not accepted by everybody. Like everybody's not gonna like Kanye. Everybody's not gonna like Eazy-E because of his violence and so on and so forth. And we can just put a description on everybody for their good and the negative. So that's why I ask, like, where do you fit in there? Like if you had to get the world to agree to your message, like what's the message?
The message is about being yourself. You know what I'm saying? Being real. Which I feel is being yourself, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's too many niggas like following trends and following behind this person, that person, to the point to where they not even working on themselves, you feel me? So at the end of the day, if you lose that, it's like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? The niggas don't be knowing who they are at the end of the day.
I hate to say it like this, but I kind of feel like those people are cardboard. Like, if you strip them of what they have, then they can't say anything. It's like it's no emotion. It's no ties to like what you really feeling. Like your feelings is based on what you bought, and it's kind of misdirecting.
Catcha'Vibe.
Have you ever had any moment where you felt like, man, this is a piece of the life I've been dreaming of as an artist? Like you was there. Tell me that moment.
I'm gonna say the first time I really felt that was when I went to Memphis and I did a coast to coast showcase, and then I placed in the top 5. You know what I'm saying, to go to Miami.
Are you talking about that coast to coast that they look? I've been out here since 2015 as an artist, or just even knowing what the music scene was in Mississippi and being accurate on it. Is that coast to coast mixtape thing they was posting a long time ago? It used to float around a lot, and I
feel like it is. But they turned it into something else.
I understand that.
You know what I'm saying?
What was that though? Like, tell me, like, what was that night?
That shit was amazing. You feel me? Because it was like I felt like I was only being judged off of just pure talent. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't none of that. Oh man, where you from? Or you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know that nigga. I don't know who he hang with, so I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't none of that shit. At first, motherfuckers was kind of holding their nuts and shit because it was like. They didn't want to turn up for another artist if they was there for somebody else, you feel me? But after a while, they couldn't stop, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, you know what I'm saying?
It's always a biasness at a show because of, you have to you have to go through the room and you have to move through the room in a certain way when shows going on. So, and I feel like a lot of artists they miss out on like how or the way you move between or how you socialize or anything. Just even down to a performance. Like if you don't match the energy that the room come in, if the room been playing crunk music and you come with an intelligent rap song, like it's always gonna throw off the balance. But the thing is, if you be yourself, then you can obtain the room on your own. So a lot of people don't know that formula. Like it's hard to gain it on your own too, especially when you're being an individual. Like artists are the most individual people in the world. A little more narcissists, but
you're right. Real shit.
We the realest ones.
I'm gonna add on to that, like, as far as me being an artist, you feel me? One thing that helped me out, you know, I started out in a bunch of groups and shit. You feel me? So it's like
you never had your individuality for a long time, and I went through that too, man. Like, shout out to CME, like no disrespect, like shout out to Cool Kid Riz, shout out to Filthy Gerald, shout out to a lot of guys that I team No Pressure. I done worked with them before. I got songs with them that's lost in the dungeon, but through that journey I went with them. Like I appreciate them for what happened. Like it's been I can look back and say it was all worth it. It happened for a reason. It worked this way. It had to. I can't do this without doing that.
Right.
Catcha'Vibe.
Do you keep artists or fans in mind when you trying to come out with a tape?
Yeah, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Cause
explain.
Prime example, 5 Part 2. I was like, okay, I see what the street said with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, they like that trap shit. Of course, niggas like, you know what I'm saying? Like them certain type of 808s and shit.
I hate to say it, but I can't call you trap.
Right, but I'm gonna get to that. You feel me? Because what I do is gonna always be a mixture of, you know what I'm saying? Like, but 5 Part 2 to me was like, the beats that I chose was a little faster than my usual shit. It was a little more up-tempo, you know what I'm saying? And like, the bass lines that I used was kind of like on some Zaytoven type, the 808s that I used.
Because you make the beats.
You feel me? So I was like, this is more of a trap type feel, you know what I'm saying? Like a K2, like if you put a K2 Medley with some trap shit, it'll sound like that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like however niggas do they shit, you feel me?
Catcha'Vibe.
Well, I want to ask you, man, like, Catcha'Vibe, the new album. What's Catcha'Vibe? Where the title come from? Let's start there. We're gonna build it from the bottom.
So everybody, you know, say I got that West Coast sound and California sound. So I was like, I'm from Mississippi though, you know what I'm saying? I still get on that Southern shit too. So I was like, I'm gonna merge the two. You know, at first I think it was gonna be called Misophonia or some shit, but I was like, hell no.
I liked it though, cause Misophonia, like I'm misinforming you, like I
yeah.
get it. I can peep my own punchline in it.
Yeah, but you know, then I was like,
that's a song title. Like you gotta throw that back.
Yeah.
Throw that back.
I do that. Yeah.
Throw that back. I think you can come up with some bars and some lines to that one, and it's a beat that fit that title.
Facts. But yeah, so I just merged the two together, and then I was like, on the tape, I wanted to be a mixture of the West Coast with a sound of the South, which is naturally just my sound anyway, but I'm just introducing it to the world like that. Yeah.
Most important track on that whole tape, not the single. What's that most important track?
Track number 9, the outro, In This World, cause the nigga really spitting some shit. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't gonna talk about that, cause that ain't released yet. But I do want to know just small insights on it, like giving pieces of it, like not bars, but the content of it. Where the content come from?
Just, man, it's just real life shit. You know what I'm saying? It don't get no realer than that. Like either shit I done went through or shit that niggas around me go through. You feel me?
Yeah.
And shit around us, you know, dealing with the government and shit like that. I brush up on that shit. You know, I really wrote the shit in 2018. Like this whole Catcha'Vibe concept, the concept came up in 2019. You feel me? Like I made the cover art and all that shit back then. I just didn't put the music to it until now. You feel what I'm saying?
Like every tape got its own building process, so I get it. Like I made it to a 3rd series on mine, so I understand where you're going.
I feel like the last tape, which was 5 Part 2, had 5 songs. So this one I had to hit them with 9. And then the next one I think I'm gonna hit these niggas with that Jacket for Beats Part 2. You know what I'm saying?
I want it. Jacket for Beats, like just to hear you on public beats and know what was created and how you can recreate it. I would love to hear that. Like I think that's the most creative part of music, when you take something and you flip it into your own.
Catcha'Vibe.
That bit was hard. I think that was like the first one I heard.
I'm tired of being a bigger person, but I got to. Cause my little girl watching everything I do. I got one and they have got 2. And I'm trying to stop gang banging nigga Pyro.
Lately I ride with this stick, ain't talking bamboo. Ain't no bitches ain't hitting shoulders, this ain't shampoo. The old in the game, they finesse like I'm Shamu. And I got kids, I gotta win.
Catcha'Vibe.
I be around, but I gotta make a sound, no.
Everybody on me.
When it goes down, it gets handled. But I'm off the handle. They say I'm a dog, so I'm off the
way that shit hit on that album.
Bullet with my peeps.
I feel like all
I can look you in your face and see the lies. You can't run the game cause I'm way too wise. Some just wanna smoke in my diamond ride. Don't touch the ops.
Catcha'Vibe.
like with the sample beats and shit, bro. Man, we've been doing this shit for a long time.
I mean, you said 08. I wasn't thinking about no Mark Park.
Catcha'Vibe.
See, it's crazy, bro. Some you don't know that sound that you like. That shit was inspired by the old group I used to produce for, that I used to be in, TYMG. We used to make music like that.
Never heard of TYMG.
That's the we never dropped when we dropped one song.
Who that fucked up?
But I got a whole tape on my phone.
Don't feel bad. Me and the artist Cool Kid Ridge got gold sitting in our phone. They can't get
Nigga, I
even
don't
my
play scratch DVD.
so I feel that shit.
I'm not one of
Catcha'Vibe.
How do you get people to take you serious as an artist? Like, what separates you from the people that's selling music and the people that's making music?
One thing that everybody say, they be like, Mac ain't never changed his style, you know what I'm saying? Like, I stayed true to my shit, you feel me? Like, not saying I didn't evolve, but like, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't listen, I heard the evolve. I seen you grow. I heard you grow. Like, just recycling through the music, I heard you grow. I started from just a couple, maybe a tape or 2 back. I didn't go to the beginning, but I didn't heard growth from you. Like, even if I just took 808 and 5, like, it's 2 different albums. He got 2 different sounds. The flows and the patterns, like.
Catcha'Vibe.
Where did the title 808 came from?
Man, just me being, you know what I'm saying, just.
What do it stand for? Like,
Ultima
08. Ultima 08.
Cause that's what a nigga whipping, you know what I'm saying? So.
Was it like, I got these, I made the beats and now I'm in the car and I'm listening to it, so the thought came from, I'm in the car and I'm inspired here, or?
Yeah, basically like the sound that you hear from that tape was inspired by just the shit that I be listening to, you know what I'm saying, just when I'm riding and shit. It might be from other artists, you feel me, but like, I put my own spin to it, you feel me? Just the type of beats and everything that I use, it was just a reflection of what I listen to.
That's what's up, man, I dig that.
Catcha'Vibe.
That shit get real when that money low. They done put me out the spot, now I ain't got nowhere to go. Now I'm on the block with Lil' Crit, been on the 10 or 4. Or I'm in there running with Mo, scamming from store to store. Yeah.
That was some dope shit.
He got the vision too. See, that's the thing, like, a lot of niggas might have the equipment and all that.
That's
man
somebody
got the vision.
Look, but when he get into that, he dropped that bitch to the 5th gear, and he is like consistent with it. That's somebody I'm waiting on. Because from what there was Regulators and Lost, I think there's Regulators.
Yeah, sure enough.
I'm gonna tell you something funny about me coming across the regulator. So life can change, but I got into my homeboy car and driving his car, he got this one CD sitting in the damn door. And he was like, he let me use his car for the day.
Yeah.
Jumped in the car and there's a CD full of Mississippi artists and I'm like, man, all this shit suck. Who is this? That bitch came on by number 6, number 7. And I was like, it was regulated. I was like, man, ain't no motherfucker way. I like, put the CD because it's a blank.
How you were here then? You ain't never knocked off a nigga. How you got shooters but they can't even load up a pistol?
I real like rock
you ain't at that table politics.
Bruh take an old beat and he real like flip them bitches into him and like he real like he could be. I don't want to set his potential too high because I think he more than what he doing right now. But like real life, I think bro dope. I think he real dope. Like to reinvent anything that's that classic. Like I think shit.
Catcha'Vibe.
Me and Miss Renee argue about this. Is hip hop and a religion? What is a religion first?
Shit, basically,
That's
something you...
not dictionary. Fuck Webster. We talking about K2 Medley.
What
When I don't give me the dictionary definition, what is a religion in you? What do people do in religion?
It's just basically what you believe in. Because, you know, if you don't believe in something, you'll go for anything.
Yeah, what you believe in.
And it's your lifestyle, you feel me? Like
Lifestyle, you gotta praise it.
Right, and that's why I feel like hip-hop is like a religion. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, if you think about it, niggas, you know what I'm saying, on some industry shit, they start pushing the narrative of like that negative shit, you feel me?
Yes.
Because before it was like Queen Latifah, you know, on the positive UNIT,
KRS-One,
Black Power shit, and like they was like, fuck all that, we gonna hit them with this gangster shit or whatever, you feel me? And like, I just feel like, bruh, cause think about it, it started being about guns, drugs, hoes, money, and that's what we talking about now. I mean, you still got some woke niggas, don't get it fucked up, but you know, that's what hip hop is, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you going through, like, what you see out your eyes when you walk out your door. You know what I'm saying?
I like to go off of the theory of if you collected every lyric that you can think of that's important to the culture, you can come up with a Bible.
Yeah.
Like, I hate to say it like that, but you can come up with a book.
Mm-hmm.
Let's come up with a book. You can come up with a book that would be very, very teaching and knowledgeable to the whole world, because every artist has, even no matter how up-tempo the beat is and you think it's trap music, if you actually listen to what they're saying and the whole song as in whole, and if it has the content to tell the story, you know.
Catcha'Vibe.
Hey, that nigga Dead One, I got him on. His verse gonna come up right now.
Gang
I
bang,
damn
nigga, lately I ride with this sticky talking bamboo. Aiming for hits and hitting shoulders and shampoo. Dove in the game, we finesse like I'm shampoo.
Oh, he on there.
And I got kids, I got
You ain't announced it.
to lose. Catch who been in red, but they
Waiting
can't
until
for the blues. Niggas
That shit dope.
tell them hit the
So you see, I ain't promoting none
Ready
of the
chasing
features
love,
yet.
bitch, I rather take this money. That's when they have my
okay. Heard. Wait,
Baby, I'm too sly. Could you love a nigga from me? Niggas really out here hating. Little nigga, go get some money, y'all.
That
Think
shit
about the
sick.
cash stuff.
Like, I just want to give him slick shit,
Steady hating on the Jeep,
like
but I'm
right now,
too
like I
blessed.
dropped that video on that reel
Working
and
2
shit.
jobs, a nigga
It's
barely
showing
ever
track
get
list on
rest.
that.
Baby mama.
These niggas hopeless. Steady hating on the G, but I'm too blessed. Working 2 jobs, a nigga barely ever get rest. Baby mama adding to my stress, and punk niggas wanna test. I swear these niggas hopeless.